blocking your ability to see the presentation?
It should be fine now.
You're okay now?
Okay, and that's better now, yeah.
So if we treat lockdown kind of metaphorically like the pause between our breaths, I'm going to try something here. Before 2020, we were immersed in a culture of inhaling everything around us, inhaling other people's opinions, the news, media, social media, materialism, consumerism, everything was just coming in. And then we were quickly pulled out of the race come February, March time. And this is now our chance to pause at the end of that exhale and to clear the air and to realize where we want to put our energy. So I'd like to invite you to a guided reflection. So just get comfortable. This is kind of like the body scanning. Get comfortable, relax your posture, feel your feet on the ground, settle into your chair. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so, and feel your breath. And get out of listen to talk mode and enter listen to what's within you mode. Become aware of your breath, just your normal rhythm of breathing. And now take a longer, slower breath in through the nose. Fill your lungs, relax your belly, fill the space, and exhale. And let's continue now. Take a few long, slow breaths in and out. Now take a full breath in and out. And as you exhale, empty all the distractions. Exhale all of the unnecessary. Take another deep breath in and out. And now at the end of this exhale, pause. Your next breath will be clear, crisp, and fresh. Now breathe in the clarity. Continue to breathe relaxed in and out. Get back into your normal breath. And just as you breathe, ponder. Just like the pause between your breaths, our individual lives are at a pause now in lockdown. Your circumstances have stripped away many aspects of our lives to the bare bones. And the time for your next filling inhale will come again. So consider using this metaphorical pause as a time to clear the air and set your intentions. And now in this relaxed state, as we reflect, let us bring to mind our intentions. Bring to mind one adjective, a word that you want to describe you and who you are. How do you interact with others? How do you feel at the end of the day? How do you lead? How do you run your business? Are you a compassionate leader? A confident community servant? An intuitive teacher? Reflect for a moment and set this intention. There's no right or wrong answer. It's only what's honest to you. You are in control of who you want to be and how you want to feel. You are in control of who you are and how you feel. And now, as you continue your breath, use this set intention as your filter, so that with your next inhale, the only things that you will be letting into your life will be the things that serve your intention. Imagine shedding away all the unnecessary things and all the negativity within yourself and outside yourself with each exhale, before filling up with a fresh, new, clear breath. Take a few more breaths in and out mindfully. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I think I see most eyes open again. So let's go on and speak about setting intentions practically. You can set your intentions in a meditative practice, kind of like what we just practiced there, or you can set them in the very like pencil to paper way after a period of quiet reflection, whatever works best for you. Let's clarify what intentions are. Intentions are mindful goals. Okay, they're goals set from a place of self-respect and a desire for growth. They're goals that can grow with you. They change with you. They change with your circumstances. You don't fight your environment and your situation. You let your environment and your own intentions guide you. And your intention will become your mantra. And I know on a scale of very practical to more abstract, mantras typically fall in the kind of abstract side of the scale. But the reality is that everyone has mantras, whether or not they set them intentionally. And if they're not set intentionally, they usually belong to one of two categories. They're either the negative mantras that you keep telling yourself over again. I can't do this. This is too much. I'm so overwhelmed, those kinds of mantras. Or they fall into the category of not your own mantra. And those are the I shoulds. Right? That I should be better at this. I should be doing this, but I just, for some reason, I'm not. And neither of those are productive. When you set your own mantra, your own intention, and say that to yourself, as you're falling asleep and those negative mantras tend to creep in, or in the mornings when you step out of your bed and root yourself. Immediately, when you've set your own mantra, you've gained control. You've shifted from a mindset of everything happening to you to a mindset of growth, experience, and internal control. So some of you might have set your intention right then and there during a reflection, or maybe some of you were just using that time to settle into your breath. So here's another chance, or here's a little bit more guidance. Look at these questions now and choose one that speaks to the clearest, the one that you feel like you have the clearest answer to. And remember, there's no right or wrong answer. It's what's true to you, okay? So the first question, for example, is what is your purpose right here and right now? Is it to create stability in your business so you can provide stability for your family? Is it to recreate your business, to better serve the community in times of change or with new realizations? Or is your purpose to search for purpose? Just to have a moment to think about that, write it down if you do come up with one. You know, or perhaps if most of what you've been experiencing lately is less those thoughts and more just feelings of anxiety, of overwhelm, of stress, then perhaps you need to focus on that last question there is, how do you want to feel today? How do you want to feel when you wake up in the mornings or when you're going to bed? Do you want to feel calm? Do you want to feel powerful? Do you want to feel in control? So bring your intention to mind now and write it down. Sorry, I should have said have a paper and pencil. Write it down. And this week, use your intention as your filter. Whenever you come out across a decision that you have to make, an emotion, or a habit of thought that perhaps repeats itself, ask yourself, does this serve my intention? Does this serve my purpose? And this is how you naturally prioritize. If you're using your intention, you don't have to just have one, maybe one or two or three, depending on where you're at in your life. But if you're using them as filters of what you let in your life, you've immediately, naturally prioritized. Your instinct and your gut has prioritized everything for you. Okay. Of course, there's other activities of aligning our priorities with our intentions. This will go up around noon today of another practice of how you set your priorities up on the forum. So if you're not part of the forum, join it. But practically, what do you need to do when you're setting your intentions to make them work for you is 1, write it down. 2, use it as your filter. Revisit it every morning, every time, and every time you feel things are breaking down. There's also the practice of visualization meditation. Let me know in the chat box actually just now, would you rather I post a YouTube version of a visualized meditation on the forum that you guys can do on your own, or do you want me to host like a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live or like another Zoom and just focus on a visualization meditation? This is when you see it, you feel it, and when you're using that meditation, you're more likely to, when you come out of the meditation, your actions will support what your intention is. So when you really meditate on feeling and seeing what your life would be like if you live your intention, you're more likely to live your life accordingly. So it's an effective method, but it does require full meditation experience. So let me know how you want to do it. If you want to do it together, or if you want to just do it on your own time, I can post a sample video of it. And then the very practical way of making your intentions your reality is to set SMART action steps. Okay. SMART action goals, when we're setting them, we're doing it in an understanding that change takes effort, it takes flexibility, and it takes the realization that change happens little by little and day by day. Progress is made little by little and day by day. I'm sure a lot of you are already, is this blocked with the videos? Anyway, I just moved the videos in case it was. Already aware of what SMART action goals are just through your work, but they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay, I'll explain these actually through an example. And I'll use a very personal example, okay, just to make it real. So recently, my child's been going through a lot, and a lot of anxiety and everything. And what I've been doing is I was absorbing all of that and reflecting it back to him in a very adult and even scarier way for a little kid. And that wasn't working for anybody. And so we had to step back. I had to reset my intentions, and my intention for the time being, my main intention is I am my child's safety and his comfort. So now when you set that intention, now you break it down. What do I need to achieve this? You break it down into what you need, okay? I need to feel calm and secure in myself. break that down further into very practical things. How do I feel calm and secure? I need to nourish my body with the correct foods and balance my blood sugar. These we'll talk about next week, very practically. A lot of people experience this, and your mind and your gut and what you eat are so interconnected that it makes a huge difference within the first week of applying the principles. I need to exercise. Again, we'll talk about that in week 4 of how movement can affect everything. And I need to use my talents and my expertise. Break it down again. What do I need in order to achieve this? I need to feel organized. Okay, that's my own thing. If my space, if my day is not organized, I cannot be someone else's safety and comfort. So I've broken that down even more. And then I need to practice grace. And I've broken that more down into more specific things. Okay, so this is the beginning of changing your overarching intention into very specific, actionable items. Okay. Now, this is still not enough. Even though I need to exercise sounds very specific, it's not specific enough to make lasting change for it to become a habit. So we're going to break that down. And we break it down into a SMART goal. Okay, it's a specific goal. What kind of exercise? I will do online weight-bearing exercise classes. Okay, measurable for 45 minutes. 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Okay. It's achievable. It's not, I'm going to run a marathon when I haven't run a 5K in over a year. It's something that's fit to my fitness level, and it's scheduled at a time when I don't have other demands. I don't have major things that I need to be multitasking with. Okay. It's relevant. It's a type of exercise that I enjoy, and it's relevant because I broke everything down relevant to my intention, and it's time bound. It's for the next 6 weeks until the gyms reopen, and then I'll come up with a new plan. Okay, so I will do online weight-bearing exercise classes with Speed Fitness because I don't want to unintentionally sway you guys to use any specific person in town, for 45 minutes, 4 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays for the next 6 weeks. So that is a SMART action step. And you do this for every one of those small intentions that you've set, all those small broken down pieces, set them all, okay? Then choose 3 or 4, depending on how ambitious you feel or how significant the change is, and do them each week, okay? You write them down and create tick boxes, okay? Create a very subtle reward system for yourself. I find tick boxes very rewarding. Some people find it effective if you take a coffee bean, for example, and drop it in a jar, and you keep the jar on your counter every time you achieve or you do whatever your SMART goal is. And then as you see your jar filling up, then just that visual reminder is a reward in itself, besides the actual rewards that you get from the change behavior, like you feel healthier, you feel stronger, or whatever. There's just little visual cues. Treat yourself like you would treat your 7-year-old self, really. Okay, so write them down and do tick boxes. There's different ways to do it. You can do it on a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, or you can do it through bullet journaling. I love bullet journaling. It's a way to see the big picture and then break it down into smaller bits, and then create flexibility because you can, move things around as you need. Another post will go up, I think later today or maybe tomorrow, on bullet journaling. So make sure you check that out. It's a link. I've included a link over to how to actually do bullet journaling. But if a piece of paper with tick boxes works for you for now, do that. Okay. The idea is you write it down, you try your best, you tick when you can. If you're noticing you're not ticking the boxes at the end of the week, that's when you decide what is the problem here, and you revisit that. And we'll be talking about reflection and reprioritizing and changing things around to fit your goals, to really help you achieve your goals better, I think in week 5. Okay, but that's something that you can start practicing now. Make this become part of your routine, recording it and doing it. Okay, use your mornings for gratitude and planning. When you wake up in the mornings, before you plug in to social media and society, plug into yourself. Put your feet down on the ground. You can actually do a quick, brief, mindful practice of grounding yourself, where you place your feet on the ground, you imagine the roots really pulling you into the ground, and repeat your intention to yourself. I am my child's safety and comfort. And then you plan accordingly, plan your day. Live your day, tick as you might. And then in the evening, use your evenings for reflection. What worked, what didn't work, and gratitude again. Okay, make it part of your routine. This means no phones, no emails, no nothing in the mornings and in the evenings. You have a whole day in between to do all that. Okay, make a commitment, turn down the chaos, take root, visualize yourself as who you are called to become. Choose to operate from a locus of internal control. And embrace your community. We're here to support you. Okay, so any questions or anything, we can talk about them now, or we can, talk about them in the forum or anything. So change comes with exertion and effort. Success or failure, gain or loss, must therefore depend on man's own exertions. The more he striveth, the greater will be his progress. When you set your intentions mindfully and live them, you're leaving a legacy. You're weaving the threads of your life into a fabric that can be named and given. And you're all created noble. And when you recognize that, everything you do will fall accordingly.